Hey guys, it's Sarah Ray and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be taking you through a day in my life with gestational diabetes. So I'll be showing you how I check my sugars and what I eat in a day. So if you would like to stay tuned, please just keep on watching. I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes at 26 weeks. I took the 1-hour glucose test as well as the 3-hour glucose test. Every doctor's office does their testing a different way in a different format, but I'm going to walk you through the way that my doctor's office diagnosed me. So both the 1-hour and the 3-hour are fasting tests. So what I did was I went into the office that morning fasting on an empty stomach, of course. And for the 1-hour test, I took the glucose test. I drank it right when I got there. And then an hour later, they checked my blood sugar. My blood sugar was way elevated above the numbers that they would have liked to see. So a week later, I came back and I did the 3-hour test. The 3-hour test is also fasted, except instead of taking the sugar drink as soon as you walk in, they actually tested my blood first this time to see what the fasting numbers were. And then after they tested for the fasting numbers, then I drank the sugary drink. And every hour for the next 3 hours, they were to test my blood sugar again to see if it was going down at a rate that they wanted it to go down. Of course it was not. It was going down way slower. My numbers were still elevated after an hour. After 2 hours, they were just like, it's okay. We're going to diagnose you. We're going to send you to a dietitian because you now have gestational diabetes. So that is how I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. Before I get into what the doctor said, I do want to talk about what gestational diabetes is. Now, I'm reading this straight from my phone. I'm getting this information from WebMD because, like I said, I'm new at this. I don't know too much. If I say something wrong, please correct me in the comments because I'm still learning this journey myself and I'm still trying to understand what's going on in my body. And it says gestational diabetes is a condition in which your blood sugar levels become high during pregnancy. It affects up to 10% of women who are pregnant in the U.S. each year. There are 2 classes of gestational diabetes. Women with class A1 can manage it through diet and exercise. Those who have class A2 need to take insulin or other medication. Gestational diabetes goes away after you give birth, but it can affect your baby's health and it raises your risk of getting type 2 diabetes later in the future. So, what causes gestational diabetes? I'm also still reading it. It says when you eat, your pancreas releases insulin, a hormone that helps move a sugar called glucose from your blood to your cells, which use it for energy. During pregnancy, your placenta makes hormones that cause glucose to build up in your blood. Usually, your pancreas can send out enough insulin to handle it. But if your body can't make enough insulin or stops using insulin like it should, your blood sugar levels rise and you have gestational diabetes. So in like street talk, in like a language that you might understand, because I know that was a lot of science, what I concluded from that was the pregnancy hormone blocks your ability to make insulin and break down those sugars. If I'm wrong, correct me, come for me in the comments, but I've asked the doctor several times, and that's kind of like the simple definition that they have been giving me, because sometimes like the medical terminology like goes over my head and I'm like, please explain it to me on a basic level. So basically gestational diabetes, the pregnancy hormone is just acting crazy, basically. So that's what causes it. Nothing I could have done in the beginning of my pregnancy, nothing that I did do caused me to have it. It's just something that happens Yes, I might have gestational diabetes with this baby, but my next baby, I might not have it. So it's just all up to my body. So anyway, I went to my diabetes doctor and she gave me a diet to follow. So I have the paper right here that she gave me, and I'll be telling you kind of like my meal plan. And I'll take a picture of this and put it up on the screen just so you can have access to it as I read it. But the main thing I'm focusing on cutting is carbs. That's the main thing that I need to focus. So for breakfast, she tells me that I can have 15 to 22 carbs a day. For snack, I can have 15 grams of carbs. For lunch, 30 to 45 grams of carb. Snack after lunch, 15 grams of carb. Another snack, 15 grams of carb. Dinner, 30 to 45 grams of carb. And for my evening snack, 15 to 30 grams of carbs. And I know you're probably like, oh my goodness, why are there so many snacks in there? No, I don't eat all those snacks. Those snacks are to ensure that I eat and I put something in my body every 2 to 3 hours. So some days it'll fall that I don't need a snack in between breakfast and lunch just because I might have woken up late. Sometimes I don't eat my afternoon snack because I might go to bed early. So it all depends on, you know, the schedule and when you wake up and the hours that you eat. So you don't have to eat 3 snacks a day by any means. But my doctor does want me to be eating every 2 to 3 hours just to keep my sugars at a level that's appropriate for myself and baby. She also wants me to exercise, get up, walk around, whether that's walking around Target, whether that's walking around the mall, whether that's taking like a stroll in my neighborhood. She wants me to kind of do some type of exercise, some type of movement a day, because it does help my sugars stay low and where they need to be. So I have been walking. I started walking for about 30 minutes. I guess we walk a mile 3 to 4 times a week. As I'm getting more pregnant and bigger, I'm probably going to lessen it to like 2 times a week, 2 to 3 times a week, just because it's getting harder to walk in between my days. But I am exercising as well, so I do some physical activity. So now I'm going to take you guys along with me as I basically eat throughout the day. So you probably won't see my face anymore. I'll probably be doing voiceovers, but I'm going to start from the morning time when I wake up in the morning, to how I check my blood sugar, to each meal that I eat, and then what my blood sugar looks like after that meal. So if you want to come along with me from the time I wake up in the morning to the time I go to bed at night, please just keep on watching. That's never going to get old. Keep on watching. Keep on watching. Good morning. I realized in my introduction I did not talk a lot about me actually testing my sugar. So I test my sugar about 4 times a day. I do it once in the morning, and that is my fasting blood sugar. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm testing my blood sugar with no food in my stomach. And then I also test after every meal. I test 1 hour after every meal. So you will also see me doing that. So I'm just testing my blood right now. Oh, and I'm back. I have to record it also every time I test so that I can send my data log to my doctor. All right, now it's breakfast time. For breakfast, I'm making sausage, egg, and I have a half of a bagel from Panera Bread. So that's what you're seeing me do now. I'm just cooking my breakfast so that I can get to eating because I am starving by this point.
I was lost and incomplete. 1,000 pounds upon my soul, and you came from nowhere, and everything fell into place. You make it better every day. You take me away.
So breakfast is finished. Now I'm just plating my food. Like I said, I have eggs, I have sausage, and I have a half of bagel from Panera Bread. In total, the carbs on that meal is about 27 grams of carb. So I did go over in the morning, but usually I can do that in the morning time, and my sugar is still okay. So I just ate. Now I'm going to set my alarm for when I have to test my sugar 1 hour from now. Now it's time to test. It's been 1 hour after I ate breakfast, so now I'm testing my sugar, and we'll see what my sugar comes out to in the morning. And after each meal, the doctor wants my sugars to be under 110. So 87 would be perfect. Right on target. Now it's time for lunch. So for lunch, I am actually having chicken fries and a Santa Fe chicken salad. The chicken fries actually come out to 8 fries equals 8 grams of carb, and the salad is 17 grams of carbs, and together that equals 25 grams of carbs. So I'm right on target with that. And today I actually did not have a snack in between in between breakfast and lunch, because I woke up late and I ate later, so the 3 hours just kind of landed. Okay, so now it's after lunch and I'm checking my blood sugar to see what my numbers are going to be after that meal. Okay, now it's time for me to cook dinner. For dinner tonight, I am just making spaghetti and meat sauce.
I was lost and incomplete. I didn't know where I should go. 1,000 pounds upon my soul, and you came from nowhere, and everything fell into place. You make it better every day. You take me away.
So the type of pasta that I'm using is just whole wheat pasta from Harris Teeter. 1/8 of the package dry is 41 carbs. So I tried to measure out exactly what 1/8 was, whatever that was. But it ended up being 41 carbs. So now that I'm finished eating, I am setting my clock so I can get ready to test my sugar 1 hour after the meal. So now it is time to test. This is the last finger stick of the day. So we will see what my final sugars are today, and that will conclude my testing. I actually did end up eating a snack after this, 2 hours after I ate. I had 1 cup of French vanilla ice cream, and that came out to 28 grams of carbs. She said it was good for me to have ice cream since I do not drink milk. The ice cream is kind of like a substitute for milk. It gives me fats as well as the carbs. All right, guys, it's been a full day of eating with gestational diabetes and testing my blood sugar. If you're still watching, thank you so much. You are a trooper. I really appreciate the support. Please like and leave a comment if you have gestational diabetes. Let's walk through this journey together. I would love to have someone to talk to about it. If you want to see a video about what I eat on the go with gestational diabetes, please let me know. I have a list of fast food restaurants and the foods that I order at the restaurants. Just leave it in the comments down below. Also, hit the subscribe button. If you are not a part of the family, I would love to have you on board with us. And hit that bell notification so you are always notified when I post another video. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.